Well, the Kanye thing kind of spilled into the Kyrie Irving thing when he had posted a link to a documentary. It was called Hebrews to Negroes. Wake Up, Black America.
Doesn't quite rhyme, but
yeah,
maybe it's not supposed to.
I don't think it is, no.
No, but they set it up like it's supposed to rhyme.
Yeah, so he had posted a link to it. In the film, there was references to Jewish people worshiping Satan. There was also some Holocaust denial type stuff in there. Originally, he defended his position, saying, I know who I am. I'm not going to apologize for it. Later on, he apologized. And he was given like these demands to do. It was like a bunch of, you got to meet with this group and meet with that group and do this type of training and so forth. A lot of people felt that it was overstepping, me included. I thought that it was actually ridiculous. Look, he said what he said. He apologized, or he didn't apologize at some point. Decide what you're going to do. Either keep him or not keep him. To make him go through all these, exercises like he's a child, I think is silly. And a lot of people actually compared it to buck breaking.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
I absolutely do, because that was one of these things where I almost called you too, because I called a number of people because I felt like I was off doing this movie or whatever, and I was getting little bits and pieces. And a lot of times, like I said before, I don't really get caught up in a lot of social media stuff. But I was on a search of, wait a minute, what did Kyrie say? What did he say? And I was calling all kinds of friends. I'm like, yeah, but what did he say? They said, well, he posted this thing about this book that's supposed to be anti-Semitic. And I'm like, well, but I couldn't find what he said.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah, so I was going, what am I missing? Because, Charles Barkley and these folks angry about him. And that started, I'm like, I must be missing something. Because Charles Barkley called this man an idiot, I believe.
Was it Barkley or was it Shaq?
It was somebody who I'm going, wait. Here's a man who's is more like you than 99% of the human population.
It was actually both, both Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. I think they both kind of called him an idiot.
Yeah, so I was going, wait, because, I'm a big fan of who Shaq is.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wait, I must be missing something. Because if they didn't see the documentary, I'm like, what did this guy say other than, because if Kyrie is in search of, enlightenment or, he's searching for what's been denied to so many people, just information. And he's gotten something from this documentary. And if those guys did not see the documentary, I'm like, how are you called? Wait, you must have seen the documentary before you said something about it. I'm thinking, I got to be missing something because I don't know what this man said other than he found something enlightening about the documentary.
Well, yeah,
and I called a number of Jewish friends. It was like, I was going to call you too because I'm going, what am I missing here? Because I don't hear the inflammatory statement. Yeah, maybe the book that it seems like
the documentary.
Well, the documentary.
I think what it is that, look, two people could look at the same thing and see different things based on what they're looking for.
Right.
I think with Kyrie, what he was looking at is, this documentary feels that Black Americans are the original Jews, right? And that they're the original Semites. You can't be anti-Semitic because, this is supported by like the Black Israelites, which is why, like, if you looked at in front of, before his games, they showed out in mass to support him and so forth like that. There is the thinking that, that Black people are one of the tribes of Israel and they're the real Jews. And there's also the thinking that like the Ashkenazi Jews, which is me, are quote unquote fake Jews. We somehow, tricked the real Jews.
So the documentary speaks
on that. And to me, I don't really care about any of this.
Yeah,
if you don't feel I'm real or fake, or if you feel you're real, like to me, this is all fairy tales, even though I'm Jewish by, based on, my mother and grandmother and so forth. I think this whole chosen people thing is dumb. And I think that it just creates division within people. And I feel that Jewish people, by pushing this whole thing, kind of cause some of the problems as well. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is like, I don't care. That's fine to me. If he feels that he's the real Israelite, please embrace that and go forward with it.
Yeah, that's if he said he feels that. I mean, so
and he was essentially saying, he said, I'm not going to apologize because I know who I am.
I can't be about that anti-Semitic
aspect of the documentary. Now, the other part about the Holocaust and the devil worshiping and so forth, and how, I think like this documentary also claims the Jews really, financed the whole slave trade and they're responsible for all of it. Listen, I don't know. This was many hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Were there Jewish people involved in the slave trade? Probably. Were they the main financiers of the slave trade? I don't think so, because you would see more Jewish last names with black people today. How many? You see what I'm saying? Like,
but either way, my point is this: do you agree with everything in the Bible?
No.
Any Christian,
right?
Do you agree with everything in the Bible? Not. I don't care if you're an evangelist. There's things that you're going to interpret for yourself,
right?
Okay, so. Are they just basically cherry picking and say, "Oh, there's this egregious part of the book,
right?
Therefore, Kanye is promoting
the whole book." Yeah.
So you can't
Kyrie,
you can't talk.
It's Kyrie, yeah.
But so that means you can't really speak about the Bible because of there's so many things that you can pull out.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, there's so many things. Yeah. So I'm going no. Maybe I'm missing something.